Hello guys and welcome to Crypto Ui YouTube channel. So today I'm gonna show you how to make research on cryptocurrency that you love or you are interested to invest in. So before we start, let's actually know what is the purpose of research, right? So the purpose of research on certain cryptocurrency is to know whether the cryptocurrency is good or not for your long-term investment. We are talking about in terms of long-term investor perspective, right? We are not talking about the day trader perspective. You are talking about long-term investor perspective, and you want to actually know whether the crypto is good or not, whether crypto can give you gains or not in the long term. All right, so without further ado, we already know the purpose of research, so let's start on how I make research on cryptocurrency. This is my way. If you see any other crypto YouTubers do the same way as I do research, then it is absolutely coincidence. I have no intention of copying them, and I'm pretty sure they don't have any intention to copy me either, right? So let's start with the front page. So the front page, we start with the first sentence, of course. Hedera hashbar research 1.0. Hedera hashbar research 1.0. So Hedera, you know the cryptocurrency of Hedera, and the short name is hashbar, Hedera hashgraph, hashbar research. You know what research is, right? There must be research on research paper, right? Then if I don't put research here, this is the front page, then you will not know that this is about research on cryptocurrency. So Hedera hashbar research. So what is the purpose of 1.0? So 1.0 means that this is the first research I made on the cryptocurrency, in this case Hedera hashgraph. So we don't know in the future if I want to do another research, then it will be Hedera hashbar research 2.0, Hedera hashbar research 3.0, 4.0, 5.0. We don't know yet in the future if I want to do another research, right? And why I'm open to possibility to make another research? Well, we as humans, we are imperfect, all right? We maybe miss certain things, and I maybe miss certain things that I have to do another research to actually confirm that this is a good investment for me. So this is the front page. I've already explained to you about the first sentence. Let's go to these two images. So usually on the front page I will put images that will explain in summary what this crypto is about, what this crypto actually want to show to the world. You can see right here Hedera hashgraph one pager, overview, investors, governing councils, use case. You can also see the growth fund of ecosystems, the important details about the cryptocurrency itself. Okay, so we go to this second page, the first page of the research, of course. Introduction. Of course, we will start with introduction. You want to introduce to people what this cryptocurrency is all about. So introduction, I will actually do like something that explain about the technology of the cryptocurrency. In this case, like I said, Hedera hashgraph. So you can see in the very first sentence, in contrast to blockchain technology, Hedera hashgraph uses DAG, directed acyclic graph, as an underlying technology, just like IOTA and Nano. IOTA, Nano, Hedera hashgraph, they do not use blockchain. They use a far more advanced technology, a far more secure technology, right? Okay, now we go to this. Why I put this image? This image show you about what the what is the technology of the cryptocurrency. All right, if you are, I put this image in case if other people want to read this research paper and they are too lazy to read the sentences, so they just can see this image. Of course, the image will not provide you information as much as if you read the sentences. All right, so after introduction, we'll go to the strength and the weakness. This is the part after the introduction. I will highlight the strength of the crypto and the weakness of the crypto. That is my opinion. All right, so you can see one of the example of Hedera hashgraph strength, using hashgraph, a distributed network that is so much more efficient than blockchain. Weakness, created in centralized manner. Why? Because cryptocurrency is all about decentralized. It's all about to push government to the side. You don't want government to involved in your transaction or anything like that. So Hydra hash graph is created where the CEO is there, the team is there. You can actually see who created it. You can see who the leader of the project. So that wipes the whole aim of this transaction in the crypto market. So that is one of the weakness. People will not like Hydra hash graph that much, or people just don't accept the fact that decentralization is quite impossible in this modern world. But yeah, you go on. After the strength and weakness, I will put use case. So use case is, unlike introduction, use case is more to how the technology can be implemented, how the technology can benefit us in the real world. You can see in the first sentence, can swap and manage assets such as NFTs and HBAR tokens. You can also see this last sentence, can build any application on the network such as businesses. And then after these sentences, I will put image. Just like the introduction, I will put image that will explain in short about the use case itself. Alright, incredible throughput, predictably low fees, finality in seconds, and then the ecosystem and users and proxy stakers, how we actually work in the stakes. Okay, so after that we go to the tokenomics. Okay guys, remember tokenomics is very important in crypto. You need to know how the token works, how the demand and supply works, how the economy in the token, in the cryptocurrency work. Alright, so you can see one of the sentences that I wrote, the long ones, we actually read about it. The economics of a Hydra transaction have been designed to balance these costs and incentive to create an efficient flow of funds. You understand that? This flow consists of 1. Transaction fees paid by end users into a Hydra account. 2. Reward payments paid out of a Hydra control account as node rewards, and eventually process taking rewards. Okay, you need to know how the token works, what the token actually can give you benefit as investors. You cannot just go invest into any cryptocurrency without knowing how the cryptocurrency token works. Because if you don't know how the token works, we have experienced so many events where the token actually works in a very illogical way that eventually you get scammed because you don't know how the token works. Even that, if you read the tokenomics of the cryptocurrency that eventually is a scam, you will see that the tokenomics is just not it. The tokenomics just don't work in the real world economy. Okay, okay, so we go back to this. After the sentences, as always, I will put image that actually summarize how in this case the tokenomics works. You can see the coin allocation of HBAR, 50 billion HBAR total, non-inflationary. What that means is there will be no more HBAR, 50 billion, that's it. If HBAR is succeed in the future, and let's say 1 billion humans use HBAR, then that is 50 HBAR for each humans. Is that enough? I don't know. But if everyone needs more, then that will lead to a higher price in HBAR, because you know, supply and demand, basic economy. The higher the demand, the higher the price will a thing be, or in this case HBAR. So you must also understand how the coin allocation works. You can see right here the Hydra treasury, 54.91% HBAR will go into Hydra treasury as the backup. Maybe if something happens to the tokens outside of the Hydra treasury, then they actually have another token to be implemented into the company, so that the economy of the Hydra keep working. Okay, you have to understand this thing. Alright, so after that I put an image for 6 HBAR schedule. This is also important. You must understand the selling pressure of crypto that you invest in. You can see right here 2019 until 2095 how the token will be released, 34% by 2035, and that is the last part of the token that will be released, which means HBAR is targeting they will succeed and actually used in the real business by 2035. We have 3 more years for that. Alright, so you can see right here 32%, 34% in 2034, 2035, which means more than half will be released in the next 2-3 years. you have to acknowledge the selling pressure. If the price of HBAR does not go up tremendously in that moment, we have to be ready for selling pressure, which means more downward on the price, because once the token is released, there will be less demand because there will be more supply, which lead to the downside of the price. This is basic economy, like I said, you have to aware of it. Then after the tokenomics, we go to the governance. Now, to the ones who say governance not important, you are wrong. Okay, governance is absolutely important. Without strong governance, you don't have backup that says that you are good projects. You can see right here how Hedera is owned and governed by the world's leading organization. The most famous one is Google. You can see Standard Bank, you can see UCL, you can see Boeing, FIS, Ubisoft, all strong companies, big companies, the elite companies. Hedera is owned by them. They acknowledge Hedera as something that can be used in business. They acknowledge Hedera as a very good technology. They acknowledge Hedera as a very good cryptocurrency. And it is important because you cannot make a project, a cryptocurrency, then just, implement it in the real world, but no one acknowledge it. You have to have a certain, we call it as a networking in person, but in organization we call it as governance. Okay, basically the governance council will make decisions for Hedera. They will make a meeting if they need to make the very important decision for Hedera Hashgraph. As you can see right here in the first very sentence, Hedera Governing Council is a limited liability company that will have up to 39 members, all to be well-known enterprises from diverse industries and geographies. They can discuss together in a meeting how they can implement Hedera in the real world. This is important, guys. One of the main reasons I invest in Hedera Hashgraph is because it has such strong governance. The possibility for the token to succeed is high because they can work very well. It's just about time before they implemented Hedera. If every of this company implemented Hedera, then the whole world will know about it. Okay. So after the governance, this is the second last part, the conclusion. Conclusion is not what Hedera think of itself. The conclusion is not what other investors think about Hedera. This is what I think about Hedera. Conclusion is not I copy paste from other website. Conclusion is I wrote it myself, pure on my mind. Look what I said right here. This research is on. I made this research on 2031, and look at the sentence. Hedera is making great project. They are focusing more on developing the network rather than put the work on my cash but known worldwide yet. In this sentence, I said that they are focusing on developing the network rather than the marketing, which means I acknowledge the weakness, but I accept the risk of their weakness. Okay. Look at the last sentence. So far, I can only see the upside of HBAR coin from here. That doesn't mean that I don't see the downside. It means that I believe in Hedera in terms of the upside more than the downside. I believe they can succeed. They have more probabilities to succeed than to fail. That does not mean I don't acknowledge that they can fail. As an investor, you have to acknowledge any chance for your investment to fail. But it is what it is. If you don't take risk, if you don't take risk in any investment you make, then you will not make any money. Alright? Okay. So then we have reference. This is the last part of any research that I do. The website that I actually, some of them I wrote myself, some of them I copy paste from this website and just paste it on the paper, on the research paper. So what is the importance of references? The importance is if I want more in depth of any part that I wrote here, then I will just go into any of this website to understand more. In case if I forgot or anything, we can't really say. Instead of just read about it without doing any research paper, then oh, I forgot about something. You go to the Google and then you type all those things that you want to type, but you don't know the quality website that you used to find before. You don't know because you forget. So it is important to highlight your references. Alright, so that's the whole thing about how I make research. I will summarize it in few sentences. First, we have the front page, then we have introduction, then we have strength and weakness, then we have use case, then we have tokenomics, then we have governance, then we have conclusion, then we have references. It's up to you if you want to copy this. I don't really care. I will not charge anything. Alright, I'm just a man who try to provide the best value for his community. So that's all for today, guys. I will make a video if I need to on research if I think I have to, but so far I think this is enough for today. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel. This is my first video, guys. You can't expect me to be perfect, right? So I will keep improving as long as you guys keep supporting me. Your subscribe will be an immense spirit for me to keep this going. So if you subscribe and like, then I will feel energetic. But if you don't, I will feel energetic also. It's just, you know, more support is better than less support, right? So that's all for today. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.